Hello, my friend, wherever you are. I'm sending you love, the power of positivity, and vitamin D somewhere up there. But I'm back at the place because the coffee yesterday was so good. And today we're here for the second round. And today is Saturday, February 19th. And surprisingly, there is a farmer's market going on. And I'll just turn the camera around and I'll show you the other end, kind of like a 360. So it varies from, dairy, bread, to, just like essential oil. And I don't know, can you see that? Can you see? Yeah. And then, oh, even puppies. They're selling puppies over there. And, just people hanging out. And after this, we're going to go check it out, my friend. But, man, so welcome to the Gazillionaires Club. This morning, I was walking here and I saw a person on their motorcycle, and they got hit like right in front of me. And man, at that moment, like every time when I see someone or an animal, get injured, I instantly get goosebumps. Even when I drive on the road and I see like a dead carcass, I'm like, oh, I instantly get like goosebumps.
Chỉ là nỗi nhớ mãi đằng sau cuộc tình đã lỡ, chỉ là cơn mơ cuốn theo cả một trời thương nhớ, chỉ là nỗi đau tổn thức, chỉ là nỗi tìm một chút, chỉ là nước mắt cứ rưng rưng.
And his like man, when I saw the car hit the motorcycle and he just kind of flew off his bike, his leg is definitely broken, and then I ran over there and the driver got out of the car and he looked like he was injured. He was like moaning and he was like, I'm hurt. And the driver came out. The driver asked, "Hey, you okay?" And I was like, I think he's in really bad shape. We should call the police. I didn't say it in that sense, but I said, we should call the police because like people here speak Espanol, and so we did. And then after about a couple of minutes later, I'm assuming he's a doctor because what happened was he came over and he was like, he was doing this, right? Kind of like, follow my finger. Make sure, I think it should make sure that, he's in working condition. And his leg is definitely broken because I kind of saw it. Like when something is broken, like you kind of know, like your bone's not there and everything is just like, it's falling, right? Con, that's racist. And when I was on the plane from Seattle to Texas and then to Merida, so from Seattle to Texas, the plane ride, there was an individual. I don't know what happened because they were all the way up in the front, but something happened. And then, all of the airline people, they came over and they kind of helped that individual. But then on the intercom, they were like, do we have any doctor on board? And apparently there was a doctor, and that doctor, and there was also a nurse, right? And so they kind of helped that individual to ease, whatever condition that he or she was in, because I couldn't see what happened. I was all the way in the back. So I came to a realization that, like most doctors, most nurses, even people that work in the retirement home, like hospital, like these people have really good intentions. Like, the majority, I would say the majority have good intentions and they want to help people. And I want to bring up the police force as well. I have friends that are police officers, and and they're just regular people trying to serve the country. And when we saw this whole gracias, when we saw this whole pandemic,
COVID-19!
COVID-19,
COVID-19!
we kind of see how you know like central authority clamp down on doctors and nurses that's try to try to speak out. And imagine these people, they have good intentions. They were like, yo, there's a better way to solve this. Like everything is kind of like, we got to get down to the bottom of the problem, but everyone's being censored. People are losing their jobs. And the same thing with police officer. I'm gonna drift away from the topic here in a little bit because of the Super Bowl, but I'm gonna save that for the next video. But in this video, I want to focus on, hip hop came from a place where both sides of the party were corrupt. And if we listen to hip hop, from the hood, these people didn't have a voice and they were being abused. And, police officers, right? They're good people, but then, I'm not saying all of them are, some are corrupt, but then at the same time, even including the good ones, they, I got my Frappuccino, but even the good ones, right? They kind of have to follow the central authority, and they kind of have to play by the book. And I can't help but to think, if you have a company and you don't have a set of rules, or you don't have a set of rules that you work by, then it's really hard for a company to grow. But at what point do you draw the line? This is wrong. And I think, yes, America is not perfect, but I think, Dr. Ron Paul been preaching forever about, how government should not be too big, how government should not be in every aspect of our lives, and that, we should follow the Constitution, because that's what the founding fathers did. They left Europe for a reason, and they started America. And and if we lose the Constitution, if we lose the Bill of Rights, individual sovereignty, then there is no America. Are you high again, bro? And why is America growing so fast in the last 300 years? Now, I know with the money printing, in the last 100 years, America just happened to be the the central bank #1 pick, and eventually after America, they're gonna move on to the next country. And the thing is, we have to understand that, limited government, right? Limited institution. Nobody should have, the central dominant authority, because when we see what's happening with, doctors, nurses, and even hospital staff, even the ones that are trying to do the right thing, they can't. And with police officers, it's the same way. And I'll save the Super Bowl for the next conversation between hip hop and cops and stuff like that. But I feel like a lot of the time, I think there are good cops out there, but the same the same analogy go with doctors and nurses and hospital staff, how they have to abide by upper management. And I think we should go in America, what Dr. Ron Paul been preaching: limited government, follow the Constitution, let the state make their own decision. Because when we look at countries, they're the same way. You don't want to go out there and police every country in the world. It just wouldn't make sense. If we're truly for the Constitution, we have to respect that Constitution for other people as well, and ourselves, right? And we must preserve it. We do not want to lose that, because America is the last stand, my friend. Don't hate the player, hate the game. So that's just my story of what I just witnessed today. It's just like I'm still trying to process that. It's man, when you see someone get hit by a motorcycle and they flip and like the moaning, and I can picture his body right now, like with the broken leg on the ground, and he was just like, ow, it hurt. No, he didn't say it like that, but it's just like, you know. But my friend, much love wherever you are. You know, let me know by using the hashtag Gazillionaires Club. And, you know, are you for the Constitution or are you not? Yes, I know America is not perfect. Democracy, we see it in the last 50 years. You know, what's happening with the Fed and, you know, money printing, destroying the dollar, and, you know, like perpetual wars around the world. And, you know, America wasn't built upon that. Yes, I know when, you know, the early settlers, yes, I understand that, but we have something now. I mean, when we look at all continents, right, we all went through the same thing, like slavery, power, greed, we all went through the same thing, but at least we have something that is working, and we're losing it. So let me know what you think. Okay, make a video, hashtag me, we'll get this conversation going. So much love. Ta-da.